What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vonnie coming back at y'all with another video. So, in today's video, I want to get into how bad circumstances shape us. We all got those things in life that, are going to make or break us. And we all got stuff that really hold us back that we hold on to give ourselves an excuse to not go out and get it, to not go out and make some money. So, I want to start off with saying my excuse was I wanted to go to college. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to be in the NFL. That was my dream. That was my dream. I since I was a little kid, but only 1% make it. So I didn't make it there. That was my dream. That's one of the only reasons why I went to college. When I went to college, I pulled out loans and stuff. So that put me behind. And with that, I want to get it started with the first thing. I got 6 things for y'all. This is the first thing. High debt early in life. So I went into college, got all my loans, all I was broke. So I had to take loans, and like I said, I was broke. So I had to get a credit card, and I was paying for stuff with the credit card. Didn't have enough money to pay the credit card off. Didn't care because I guess I was going to figure it out later. But yeah, and then I ended up getting a car with a car note while I was in college. I went away for the summer. I ran a bag up throughout the summer, came back to school, immediately bought a car. That wasn't good financially, but I did it. So that was 3 things before the age of 20 that I had: student loans, credit card debt, and a car loan. 3 things that put me in debt before I was even 20. If I could go back and change that, I wouldn't go to school. Not saying that you shouldn't go to school. I respect anybody who goes to school. Go to school, get your degree, all that. I wouldn't get no credit card for sure. I would stay. I still haven't got a credit card since I paid off that credit card. That one credit card scarred me for life. And then I wouldn't get a car note. I wouldn't just go on Facebook and give me a little beat or something like that. Those are, I feel like those are like the basic things that people do 18, 17, 18, 19, 20 that put you in debt immediately. The only one that I could really vouch for debt-wise is student loans, honestly. And even then, there's so many things out here that you can do to make those student loans go down. But if you got a little bit of debt with the student loans, I can understand that. If you got a lot of debt, then I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend going to like a lower college or something like that. But yeah, those are going to keep you trapped for a minute until you're at least, 23, 24. Some people are into their 40s still paying off student loans debt. So don't get caught up in that cycle of, oh, I got to go to this prestigious school. Nah, degree is a degree. Go get it. Don't spend too much money on it, and yeah, you're going to be good. Next one I want to get into is if you're born into poverty or like you live in a bad area. If you go to a bad school, you can only do so much, and you're influenced from a young age. If you can really sit back and look at the world, I say you're going to be good, though. Because as long as oh, this ain't where I'm supposed to be. This is just what I was born into. Like, you can achieve anything, honestly. Like, you don't have a lot of mentors around you, but deep in your head, what you can do to get out of this situation. Oh, let me just go work every day. Yeah, my school's not really doing nothing for me, so let me go make some money every day and not buy, the typical stuff. How about you save some? Because mind you, you're born into poverty, so you're not living the best either. So what about saving stuff for a rainy day? What about that? Or just, you get off of school, you go to work. So you're not just living out in, you're not living out in the streets. You're not doing anything that's holding you back. You're just going to work. You're staying out the way. You're not going to get caught up in no drama at work, like all that stuff. So, a lot of people don't have their family to back them up, and they set themselves up for failures. But if you honestly just want to turn your life around, want to do something with your life, you can, no matter where you're born, no matter what you're born into. So That was my second one. Third one is lack of financial education. Like I said, this kind of goes along with the second one, but a lot of people don't learn about finances ever. I'm not even going to say in school. I'm going to say ever. Like, a lot of people just make money and they know nothing. They know nothing. They don't know what to do with it. They just make money and spend it. They're consumers, forever being a consumer. But you want to save and invest, but you don't know where to go. Building up your credit, it's just hard. It's a hard thing to do, man. Like, and then we live in a world where not too many things are like easy to come by. You know, if you honestly need help with your financial education, I'm here for you. I will teach you everything that I know, and if I don't know about it, I will learn about it. You will open my eyes to something new. You feel me? So if you ever need financial education, comment it down below, DM me, you know, I'm on Instagram, all that stuff, because I would love to help. That's one thing I love to do, is help. And I like to see if people my age, you know, what are you doing to make money? Are you doing something that I should be doing? Or am I doing something that you should be doing? Like, you know, certain stuff like that. So yeah, saving, credit building, credit management, and then, you know, getting those assets. You know, it's hard to live in this world where you're just trading your time for money. But if you have assets, you're passive. You're passive with it. So you don't have to worry about those incomes. But that was number 3. Number 4, man, is opportunity and location. A lot of people, you know, they don't really live in the best areas, or, you know, the areas they do live in, they don't have many opportunities. There's no like downtown area. Like, that's okay. If you live like that, just find a little stay down job and stay down for a couple months or a couple years. Even like your life is not over once you turn 18. Your life is just beginning. So if you turn 18 and you know you didn't have a job before, try to get a job, you know, at like a warehouse, a factory. If there's no warehouse factories, go get a restaurant job and just stay down. I know, like, you can literally go from not working to working 8 hours a day because you're just now getting out of school once you graduate, and you're used to like being somewhere for 8 hours, somewhere that's not home for 8 hours. So instead of it being school, you can make it work. You feel me? So, and then like transportation, you know, I say save up for a few months and go get you a little beater off of Facebook, and you'll be able to get from A to B. And then high crime, you know, just, you know what areas to watch out for. You know what areas you might get mugged in, and you don't want to lose your money, and you know what areas, you know, not to go to. So that's all I really got for opportunity and location. Just make sure if an opportunity does come to you, that you're taking it, you know, and you're actually look into opportunities, you know, look for them. So that's number 4. Next is just your habits. If you have bad habits, that jeopardizes, that changes your circumstances, of course. But if you're overspending on random stuff, you're never gonna make it. You're never gonna be able to build up anything. If you're gambling, you're for sure not. I don't recommend gambling at all. Like, at all. It doesn't make sense to me. There's a reason why these companies are promoting. Hey, give us your money. And that's literally what you're doing. You're giving them your money because they rig those games. They rig them, and you can't tell me different. Like, they make sure that not everybody can win. And yes, you might be up one month, and then the next month you're down the same exact amount that you were just up last month, because they're seeing that you're winning. Like, I knew it was over when people's accounts were getting limited to how much they could bet. And I get it, that means they win a lot, but it's like they don't want you to win a lot more than them. They got to make their money, so that's what they do. So I don't recommend that. If you're not saving any money, if every paycheck is paycheck to paycheck, but you had Wendy's 7 times last week, and then you had McDonald's, you know, you go to the vending machine at work every day, you get off of work, you go to McDonald's, you know, before work you have some Wendy's, and, you know, you're not saving. You're not even trying. How about a few of those days you throw some noodles in the pack? You feel me? So that's all I really got to say. And then your lifestyle inflation. If you're living above your means, that's crazy. Because if you're making $15 an hour, you should never be buying something that's, $400, $500 unless it's a bill. Because if you're paying $400 or $500 for that stuff, you're gonna be living above your means. That's like a whole week of work for you. So I don't recommend that at all. And what do I mean by like your lifestyle being inflated? Like buying clothes is crazy, buying shoes is crazy. I mean, I say once you start making like $30 an hour, then you can start splurging on your wardrobe and stuff. But just put the money away. You feel me? Or invest it. Open a high yields, put money in that, so it's building money every month. You're just making a little bit more. Technically, you're making a little bit more on the hour. That's how I think of it. So, and then last but not least, you got family responsibilities. At the end of the day, it's your life. You're not responsible for anything, for anybody, unless you got children. But that's on you. And I mean, that's not a bad thing. But I'm just saying, parents, siblings, if they're taking money from you every chance they get, no, that's bad. You don't have to, because they're not working as hard as you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just that simple. If they don't have it, they're not working like you. And it's not your responsibility. They're gonna ask. It's basically their job to ask, but don't worry about it, man. So those are the 6 things I wanted to get into, man. If you're living in bad circumstances, it's not tough. It's tough to get out of, but it's not the hardest thing in the world, because all you got to do is put your head down and grind, and you'll be where you want to be. So that's all I got for this video, man. If y'all like the video, man, like it up. Subscribe. We're almost at 610 subscribers. That's my goal for the month. So subscribe if you can. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.